guys, as you see from the title, I'm going to the History Museum today. So before we start, I would like to tell you guys to subscribe and also like and comment, because this video is going to have some insights later on. So remember to watch till the end. So I would like to preface this vlog by saying that, well, I'm 17. I'm probably a bit too young to have any complex political opinions. So this vlog will be a factual recount of my experience in this museum, and also supplemented with my own personal experiences with living in Hong Kong for the entirety of my life. And to anybody who is wanting to do political stuff in the comments, please do not. Please save that for another comment section of a politician. I think a politician's comment section will be way more appropriate for that, because I wouldn't even know how to respond to your comments about politics in Hong Kong. Okay, thank you very much. So this is a wooden fish bucket, which means the fish they caught all went in here. So Hong Kong was a fishing village before it got colonized and stuff like that. So obviously people fished in a fishing village. Obviously, what else would they do? And this is what they put their fish catch in. So as I was saying, Hong Kong was a fishing village back before colonization by the Brits. So this is the people who live here. They actually farmed aside from fishing. And this is what the women wore back then. Yes, the junk boat. Well, I don't know if it is a junk boat, but it looks pretty much like a traditional Chinese sailboat, which junk boats are what foreigners call them, I think. So this is what they used to fish on. Like, people would be standing here and then they would be fishing with nets and stuff like that. So right here, it's Hong Kong's manufacturing industry, which was a thing in the 1920s to 1970s. Well, why did it have a downfall in the 1970s, you may ask? Well, it's about China. So basically, China had this communist thing going on, which inevitably caused economic damage. And then this dude, Deng Xiaoping, was like, no, this is kind of not good. And he basically did the reform and opening up. This is a gross oversimplification anyway. So if you're a history teacher and you're watching this, please do not come at me for this, okay? So anyway, as I was saying, Deng Xiaoping launched the reform and opening up, which caused foreign capital, namely that from Hong Kong, to move into China and the factories, because China was cheap. So the factories all went to China. Basically, if the stuff is cheap elsewhere, they just go there. Everybody does that. So this is the hot water bottles. I think my dad used to have one of these. Hot water bottle, more hot water. You want hot water? 你要热水吗？你要不要热水啊？ Did I just speak in 3 languages? I don't know. This is the cigars. I don't know what smoking is like. I don't know. But people smoked less stuff, I think. So this is a mini exhibit about a hospital in Hong Kong, which is called Guanghua Yiyuan, Guanghua Hospital. And because people were concentrated in Kowloon by the time of the early 20th century, but there were no hospitals on the Kowloon Peninsula. So they built one. Yay. Yay. Yeah, this one's probably gonna be so long. Anyway, so this is the medical records. As you can see, it's pretty old. So this is what came before the East Rail Line. Hairdresser equipment. Basically, this boat goes from China to Hong Kong to China to Hong Kong. Man, I finally got this right. There were so many outtakes for this. So this is the boat that goes between like borders. And I've been on it once. It's actually really fast. I almost got seasick. Wait a minute. This is like the really bougie mall I shopped at. In case you guys didn't really know where Hong Kong is on the map, it's right here. So Chinese people were racially discriminated against here. Well, they were like saying that Chinese people are yellow peril. So to summarize what Chinese people in Cali did was laundromats, restaurants to serving Chinese food. I sure hope it's authentic, or at least as authentic as they could be, I think, because they were actually Chinese. Farming and fishing. And making railways. What is this? And this is gold panning, which I don't really know what gold panning works like, but I think it's like they dug up a lot of dirt with this pan and then they sifted it out with the water, I think. I seen some videos when I was a kid, but I'm not that sure. I think they sifted gold with this pan. Not sure at all, but. So this is the Chinatown, like shops in Chinatown. So after they died, so since Chinese people had this concept that you should be buried in your hometown, so after they died in Cali, they would be, like their bodies or their ashes would be like shipped back to Hong Kong, and through Hong Kong, these ashes would be shipped back to mainland China, to their hometowns, and then they would be buried in their hometowns. Because in China, there is this concept of Long Yu Plai Gan, which is translated to fallen leaves return to their roots, which fallen leaves, that people return to their roots, return to their hometown. This is a gross oversimplification again. If you're my history teacher watching this, please do not come at me. Thank you very much, mister. Guess what? America, they said sorry. They said sorry, bro. They said sorry. So, museum visit over, and I would like to give a few thoughts. Again, I don't have any particular political opinions, and if I do have any, they're like probably a bit childish, so please don't flame me for this. So, I noticed that the exhibits were small, like rather small, and less focused on Hong Kong and more focused on Chinese people in general, with respect to Hong Kong's role as an international city connecting China and the world. Well, it was one part on Hong Kong where I yacked about transportation for like 5 minutes. But overall, the exhibits, 2 out of 3, were about Chinese people, were about China or Chinese people. Well, the one about Chinese people is the California one, and the one about China is the national security one, which, well, personally, I think well in citizenship, the subject where we learn about that stuff, but, well, I don't want to memorize stuff, bro. Like, it's so difficult to memorize it, and I don't want to relive the pain of being forced to citizenship class because the teacher's nice, but I just don't like the class because it's boring. Anyway, so the second exhibit was about the California Chinese. And I don't know why I said that weird. Okay. The second exhibit was about the Cali Chinese, and it was kind of insightful, yeah. But again, I don't think I know much about that, apart from how they lived and how they were racially discriminated against. And as for the one I didn't visit, the Portuguese people in Hong Kong one, well, no comment, because obviously I didn't visit it. So, as for the question my history teacher gave me, which is what the museum wants people to know and what it does not want people to know, well, based on the exhibit, I think it does not want people to know about Hong Kong's colonial past too much. I think because they took that away, I think, yeah. And they want people to know about national security and Chinese people overseas. And maybe like they want to have like an image of Hong Kong that is multinational, international, whatever you call that, through the two exhibits, one about Cali people and one about the Portuguese people in Hong Kong. Well, that's enough yapping for now. As for my history teacher, Chinese history teacher, well, I hope you two enjoyed it. Enjoy this little part of the vlog. And I'm gonna take you guys on a little walk around Tsim Sha Tsui, and hopefully I'll remember to take the Star Ferry back to Hong Kong Island instead of taking the MTR, because the MTR is boring and Star Ferry exciting. So let's go!